UNHCR has issued new legal guidance on the way states should treat asylum seekers who arrive at their borders in an irregular manner. Article 31 of the Refugee Convention states that states are prohibited from penalizing asylum seekers and refugees merely because they've entered a country irregularly. So UNHCR's guidance is explaining what that article of the convention means. That article is there because many people flee life-threatening situations and they have no other choice but to take irregular manners of travel, and they often don't have the opportunity to obtain a travel document or a visa or retrieve it before they fled their country. So at the same time, the convention does not provide a blanket protection from penalization for breaching immigration rules. It's only when three conditions are there that protection from penalization applies. Those three conditions are directness of travel, promptness of declaring oneself as an asylum seeker to the authorities, and showing good cause for having contravened the immigration rules. So that means that, for example, the guidance explains that refugees and asylum seekers must present themselves to the authorities without delay, and they must show a valid reason why, for example, they've entered without a visa. If these three requirements are met, then refugees and asylum seekers should not be detained for entering irregularly, including where detention is used for the purposes of deterrence. UNHCR's guidelines are also, they address the situation of penalization linked to smuggling. It makes clear that refugees cannot be penalized if they are suspected or found to have been involved in organizing, assisting, or facilitating their own or others' illegal entry or stay, as long as they were the ones being smuggled, or they took these actions to secure their own lives, the lives of their family members, or others' entry, and for humanitarian reasons. Whilst the concept of non-penalization is one of the core principles of refugee law, it's often misunderstood or deliberately disregarded in practice by some states. And some states are imposing penalties on refugees and asylum seekers simply for the reason of having illegally entered the country or illegally being present in the country. So this guidance is released at a time of increasing legal and practical barriers to accessing asylum. And the guidance is aiming to promote consistency in the application of international law. It explains the Article 31 of the Refugee Convention, and it serves as a timely reminder that seeking asylum is not a criminal act. It's rather a life-saving measure and a fundamental human right. At the same time as coming out with this legal advice, UNHCR is also urging states to respect and ensure not only compliance with refugee law, but also to work together to advocate for other alternatives, for safer journeys, for providing access to asylum in safer ways and through legal routes.